Hello everyone, it's Sloth here and today we are playing Angels, but before you get bored, I'll tell you man, you do not expect how powerful this deck is. And this is one of the meta decks and it hits way harder than you ever imagined. The cards are absolutely cool and this is one of the meta decks, so you have guaranteed that it has proven results. So this, if you play long enough, will get you to Mythic, and that's super cool for Angel's deck. And I'll tell you man, seeing this deck in paper doesn't give it justice. You need to see it in action to appreciate it. And yeah, let's go into games. If you aren't subscribed, maybe this is the day. Maybe you have been lurking for months and this is your call out. This is the day when you became the part of the channel. Alright, hopefully you will have a great fun and enjoy guys. Alright, we're going second, so that's not optimal, but our curve is decent. So let's go with the veteran first, and not a shocker here. And here's the cut down. Very interesting. While cut down is never good to see if you are an aggro deck, it's probably best on the veteran, right? We don't super need the live game. Bro, please, you need to chill. Like, you seriously need to chill for a moment. Oh boy, how do you work? Whenever you gain life. And I don't gain life unless I use something. So his choice is Voice of the Blessed or Giada, because he wants to interrupt my next turn. But the problem is that both play on the same turn. So whatever he chooses, I play the other one. And that's not perfect for him. Down to 5 cards. The bat is absolutely devastating, just because we have like 2 removal in the deck, I think. Something super low like this. And of course, that means he has only bats in his hand. Perfect. Still, it's not over, but super annoying. On the bright side, he's down to 3 cards. So we won't be able to raise him too much. We probably need to just go for card advantage and just, you know, winning the game, basically. Our opponent really likes removing our stuff. So I'm going like this. And I mean, let's attack, cause why not? What's this weird priority, my friend? Probably just blocking phase, I hope. Alright, show? Please don't show me. Don't show me, especially that I have a Cardo. Okay, that hurts, but it's acceptable. Is he playing exactly the Golgari that we played yesterday? I really think so, because I exactly had the same play pattern. I think this is the same deck, so that's cool. Oh. That's pretty huge. I mean, this is a really strong draw. But it doesn't hit as hard as we wanted. I don't think he will have the third bat to hit the Archangel, and we need this kind of land. So I will play it simply because I can draw black land. Well, no, I should go for the plane because there's no way I'm paying 6 mana on the next turn, so that was a slight mistake. Now we show what we have. I mean, yeah, a little bit awkward. We could attack with something like Skrelv, then he blocks it, then something dies, and this is a 4/4. But it's really bad play. It's cool, but it's really bad play. Man, if we had Giada and all of those angels would scale, that would be so much better. Okay. That's fine, that's fair. With Skrelv in the board, his removal is just absolutely nerfed. So first one needs to go on Skrelv, and it might be go for the throat. They definitely play those. So cut down is perfect answer for Skrelv. He wants to use it first, and then he can target the rest only. The map token is extremely annoying, I'll be honest. And we don't want to lose Voice of the Blessed. Especially that we live gain. I could just get rid of the Overseer. Then I have Voice of the Blessed at 4. It's my creature, right? You control. Okay, this is probably a pretty bad play, but I'm going for it anyway. I want it. I want to do it. Because I want the Voice of the Blessed to be super strong as soon as possible. At 4 counters it gets stuff, right? 4 or more, so it will have flying and vigilance on the next turn if we play. Oh no, we need 1 more mana. And of course better mana. Well, this is a very strong creature. Alright. We definitely play around. So do we kill 1 bat? Then we can take Giada and play Steel Seraph. That's one of the possible plays. This is one of the possible plays. That's a very weird tap, my friend. Are you sure about it? Alright. The Preacher would be a huge problem, unfortunately. Let's go for here. And that gives the life gain. And we get the card, of course. But yeah, if we attack, the Death Touch stops us a little bit. And I don't want to use to waste Skrelv. Rough. I could double block this, but it's not very good. The map tokens will be a problem as well. The map token... I think I kinda have to attack. Flying... Well, when it gets Vigilance and Flying, it's a bit better, right? Alright. Man, the Preacher was really clutch for him. Alright? He absolutely blocked the chance of attacking, you know, efficiently. Our play was to pump it so it goes above Sentinel, even if they hit map token counter. But with Death Touch it doesn't matter. Liliana, strong card. I hope we can deal with her, but she's a very strong card.
And for once it's not my fault.
Double bat was really harsh. Like one bat you could see that we could disable all of them by now. But here it's just a little bit rough. So I can make this a 6-6. But do I want to? Do I want to? I really think this is better choice. Golgari is renowned for spot removal. And I think they wanted us to sacrifice Skrelv so they can play a removal. But we are protecting our cool stuff. The next draw will be very important. It's not the most important thing because we already have 5 mana plays. But I really want to make sure that, you know, I know what the next turns are. Because I only know the next turn. I have no idea what I will do in 2 turns. Click. Alright, the quick one, so he doesn't see. Each other for... On each angel you already control. Alright, so... This will count. And this will count. Man, this will be huge. Oh, this is so annoying. Oh, you are so annoying. Do I really trade? This feels horrible, but it feels like I kinda have to. Otherwise he will get the cards later. Alright, you know what? Let's deal with it, because, man, I don't want to see it anymore. You got it. You did well, my friend. Oh, this is something that matters, but it will matter way more later. Alright, first things first. We threaten the Liliana. We don't care about life total, it's not like we're on 1. So we can be aggressive with Archangel. Like, lifelinkers generally are better on the defense because they block something and they also life gain. Here you only life gain, so you miss the block part. So on the defense, usually it's better to just not attack. Depends on the situation, of course. Let's go Giada. And they cannot remove anything. I guess I could do it before, right? I would get Vigilance, so slightly my bet. But I wasn't sure if he will block or not. I wanted to see what the board is, and I don't think he will be attacking too much anyway. But we'll see, maybe I'm wrong. But this can be a 4-5 at most, and he doesn't want to trade a disadvantage. So, yeah, I don't think it will be something he wants to do anyway. So what do we take? Giada has flying already. I think we should be winning this one, but it all depends on what he has. I think we go for as much vigilance as we can. Oh. Map token on the cottage. So he wants to go up to 5-5. The problem is that he's at 18 and I'm on 25. And I have basically an arm of Flying Fingers. By the way, so far, he always drew extra cards with the map tokens. However, for this turn, this is the last thing he wanted. He really wanted to attack with it. That was the whole point. And he kinda gambled. I don't think the win would make any difference, but he still didn't get what he wanted. So normally you could think that, oh, I will block it, I'm good at magic, but obviously he wants us to block it, because he doesn't have more plays, and he wants to have a next turn play. So we say, my friend, enjoy your 3 damage. I hope it will be worth it. Not killing Dread Knight is the best counterplay to, you know, the effect of the card. They really wanted that, man. Like, they really wanted that. And this might be just a game closer, to be honest. So this is an artifact and we have Skrelv, so this won't die. Man, look at this freaking monster. Oh man, that's so good. So we give vigilance to this. Man, my angels are doing pretty fine. Or should I say meta angels, but you get the point. Man, that's so much damage. Everything with lifelink except Giada. So we would go to 31 and he would go to what, like 9? Unless he gives us the card and then we can spam them even more. Well, we kinda outvalued Golgari from yesterday. Alright then, that's a good curve. Man, I have to say, this is a very good curve. We are on the play because we are very good at magic. So we will see. Our opponent needs 1 or 2 mana removal, or it might be a problem for him. He doesn't have those. Love it. Let's start. Let's freaking start. And I think we go with the Voice of the Blessed. We have the Angel, so we really want this live game. And yeah, Hive is not perfect for our opponent. Let's go with this, because we live game, so it means Voice of the Blessed gets better. And we attack with a slight, small attack. And the Hive will probably start lifelinking at some point. It's all the creatures, right? Yeah, every creature with Toxic, but that's probably all of their creatures. Rot Priest. Oh boy, it's getting serious very quickly. We need to go for the double strike and try to win the game basically with this. Well, you gain 2 life, doesn't seem as appealing as usually. And this is their only green, by the way. So yeah, unfortunately they got it, so it means this will be for protection probably. If they have Fading Hope, they probably want to get Voice of the Blessed. It's a really good card, man. Well, let's go for it. Like, it's still a live game, right? Man, it's also a sorcery. I'm not playing it into open mana. Am I playing it into open mana? Because I don't have a choice here. Right? No, I can go for the next turn when Skrelv is activated. That's way better. This is way better. Man, I will die very soon. Like, I actually will die very soon. I cannot attack with the Angel, I think. I might be dead on the next turn. I think they have something for voice. Yep, exactly. That's why we didn't go for the command. You know what? That's kind of okay. It also means we didn't get the poison counter, simply because he didn't target any of his creatures. So we got some extra value there, and we can just pump the Voice of the Blast again, you know? Not the biggest deal. Hurts, don't get me wrong, it super hurts because that was something we were building the whole game, but on the next turn it will be way harder for him to do it. Like Skrelv, when this effect will you know go off, suddenly the Skrelv will become absolute menace. Seedcore, something we need to be careful of. It's not activated yet. For some freaking reason we don't have a toxic counter. I don't know how it is possible, but it is. Yeah, read it. 6 mana. Man, I've seen this card so much used against me in Historic. Like, when I see it, I want to play a sweeper already. And then I remember that, oh, it's mine. Okay, sure. I guess it can stay then. But a very, very strong card. However, you need to live gain a lot. Bro, really? Oh, he needed to make a decision. Which one is more scary? And he decided Voice of the Blast is probably a right choice. It indeed is a scary card. Perfect, thank you. I needed this so much, man. The problem is that I'm pretty sure he has 1 blue mana saving spell. But what can you do, right? That's a priority. He has nothing. That means he has something in hand. Flying. It has those swingy things, and that means That it can go to Mordor. Alright, do we go with Wrath and give him the play? Oh man, I hate it. Like, he will do the thing, man. And I think we don't need to tap. Okay, we can just go like this, and the tapper will do the right thing. I'm 90% sure he has a saving spell, and he will use it when we target Rot Priest, but what can I do, man? The only other thing is I can target face. To be absolutely fair, targeting face kills him on the next turn. If that's a Fading Hope, he still needs to cast it. So it's 9 damage on the next man. Oh, it puts counter, so this would be 8 and 3. 11 damage, exactly. He cannot live gain, and he will be at 10 because of the Hive. If he uses Fading Hope here, I think it's phase out effect for some reason. I'm not sure. It feels like a phase out effect or Tamiyo safekeeping. And I think it will be one of... Oh, Tamiyo safekeeping means that he live gains too. And that will mean I messed up a little bit. I think I honestly should just go for the face. I don't get much value and I take a huge risk. If he has Tamiyo safekeeping, I think this might be losing play. But I hoped he has a Fading Hope, and he probably wants to on Archangel or something. Don't forget he can just have 2 of this kind of effects. So first one goes on Skrelv, second goes on one of the creatures. So a lot of going on in the game. It seems that guy is thinking with 1 mana, but actually it's so many plays potentially. Especially when you don't exactly know what he has. It can be... Told you, it's a phase out effect. Alright, 1 toxic. Another. Smart. But it's only 1 toxic, right? That means he's not getting the life gain. Very rough. See, I should go for the face, I think. There's nothing I can do about it. So he's basically hoping he will top deck something that wins him the game. Like an Eccentric probably, something like this. It is possible I messed up. Oh boy, he's attacking, which means I need to be blocking, and he drew something probably that I hate. So far he never bluffed. That would suggest that he has something good. So if he has a Eiganjo, he can cast it anyway. No, okay, yes, because it's colorless, so Skrelv won't protect it. So I guess we want to know earlier, right? We go for those, because this gives him extra creatures, so you want to keep it in board as long as possible. And I mean, I'm not attacking on ground anyway, so we might as well just get a free creature, right? It also means we are on Toxic 2. Oh no, I already have the counter because of the March. That sucks. That sucks. Alright. Listen. What would happen? Definitely double strike. So Scry is pretty bad. Planes. We go for the construct. They have the life gain. The point is, I have Skrelv. That means one card cannot do it unless it's colorless. Or a counter spell. At 3 poison counters. He literally top decked this card. This is the only card that actually does it. Oh my god. Oh. It's fine. It's fine. And that was just a skillful gameplay. And we take it. Just a good gameplay all around. And we lost the game. With this freaking skillful draw, we lost the game. This was the only card that doesn't target anything that Skrelv can protect. And that's it. Right? We hit for 6. And they live gain for way more. Alright, so that means we cannot attack? And threaten the double block? I still think... Oh, sorry. Let's go to combat. I think we still attack for 3. The lifelink is huge problem. Like, not only he got this March that gave him this third corruption, otherwise we would just pay 2 mana. So it's really going great for our opponent, and our draw is decent, but man, his draw is just perfect. He literally banked on just drawing this one card. He had nothing, and he was losing on board. He needed something that will win him the game, and he got it. And he can potentially get what? 4 lifelink. However, then he needs to lose a creature, at least one of them. And it will be a Rot Priest, so it's high value card. What do you do? 3... okay. Alright, so we probably want to only block this token, right? Oh, we can double block this and get the Voice of the Blessed. Man, there is still chance we win, but that was harsh. So he can get it to what? 3, 2, and lifelink 3. That's a lot. And he will get it. Let's go. Like, we need to work with it. What can you do, man? What can you do, man? What? Is that how math works? One could say you could pump this and deal more damage and life gain exactly the same, but sure. Is this a good draw? It is a good draw. Is it perfect draw? I can deal what? 4, 7 damage. So right now he's on 1. Man, talk about... Oh, how do you work? You lose 1 life. Guys, I think we are pretty good at Magic in the end. Man, I'm so happy he played it. Right? This will be exactly the Lethar. But to be fair, I told you, playing this Archangel on the Rot Priest was playing into his hand. I did it because it felt like I should do it. Not to, you know, make those super fancy weird plays. But in this case, I think it was better. And my friend, after all those good cards from the top, I think we still prevailed, and I'm so happy about it. He's getting a creature, but that won't be enough because there's no lifelink. And he cannot get any card because this is the upkeep damage. So before he draws, enjoy. Oh, I get an angel as well. Man, I didn't know. That definitely helps. Oh man, I cannot believe we actually won this after this Bring the Ending. Man, not only he drew it, but he also had corrupted perfectly because of the Rot Priest trigger. It was like everything exactly how he wanted. Okay, I won't, but I want to, you know, make it hard because that would be so perfect, man. And we did it, guys, but razor thin like victory. Opponent goes first. This will be an interesting draw because the perfect curve is Veteran into Voice of the Blessed. However, so I shouldn't play a land, and I should think before playing a land. That suggests that I just wasn't at the computer. Right now he knows that I have multiple Swan drops, and it's not hard to figure out which were the options when he sees the deck. So good player will know your hand by this. Leyline on the next turn. I really think we need to start with the Skrelv. It's definitely not the game for just ramping up. He plays, you know, Leyline, and that's it. See, already removal. And more Skrelv. Until the removal is done. We kinda missed the Voice of the Blessed value, but you know, it is what it is. We need to set up the Skrelv so it can protect all of our good cards. Free to fly. Wow, that's cool. And as you can see, Skrelv is getting a little bit wrecked. Well then. Let's see if you have more removal, because this will go above cut down very, very quickly, and above the Carnosaur. And let's attack cause reasons. Let's get him to 20. A sign of a successful aggro player. Sink your opponent at 20 on turn 3. Well, that was close. I smirk, yeah. You can see that this one veteran make all the difference, because we went above. I won't play Giada unless I have an Angel, so let's go with the Phantoms. They cover each other, so if there's Sweeper, Voice of the Blessed will get 2 triggers, so Brotherhood Scent doesn't do any... Bro. Going for chapter 3. Here's Carnazar with Discover. Well, that's it. Edict. Probably one of the worst cards he could hit, to be honest. He doesn't even want to cast it. Well, it's not as bad as our draw, but still. Oh my god, really? A land? So this draw was game over. Like, you cannot recover from this kind of draw. Let's play Giada cause reasons, but I don't know, man. I don't know, man. It's looking really bad. He might actually race us on board nearly with this. So Edict will... Yep. I will gladly see more, and I will play my extremely powerful planes with it. Yep, just drawing sweepers for free. He wants to get it in hand. He doesn't want to sweep because of the life gain. That's interesting. I mean, this will be a 6-6 and will have cool abilities. Thanks, Giada, for participating in this game. She was absolutely necessary for our win. The biggest value Giada contributed is dying and triggering life gain. Well, she would be pretty okay, but we wouldn't get a 6-6, so I still think it's worth it. Oh boy. Man, I'm so good at Magic. Are you serious? Are you serious? But this is ridiculous. Look at this stuff. How did I win this? This is dirt, man. This felt like absolute cheating right now. I should never win this game. I guess, but that was a draw. We don't have one drop, unfortunately, but we're on the play, so it kinda evens out. It will be a very slow hand. It will take time. Like, this could be a 6 drop, this could be a 6 drop, so we basically have a 2 drop. This doesn't scale unless, you know, later in the game. So we basically have a hand with a 2 drop. The rest is like, you know, suboptimal plays, but they still do something. I see, this will be interesting. They probably don't run too much removal. I hope it won't be something that can block the Voice of the Blessed. It is something that can block Voice of the Blessed, though. That's not perfect. And this is definitely not the right... Man, everything is exactly too late. I think we go with the Seraph. Like, I really need to be on care for a little bit, at least. It also blocks the Kayla, you know, you are Kayla, Daring Traveler. Do we go for the lifelink? No, because we cannot. Well, that's not perfect. Let's try to be aggressive. Not perfect. Not perfect. Definitely the curve absolutely mocks us with giving us exactly the cards turn after they were needed. And yeah. Do I get the skill though? Am I understanding this right? Bro, this is extremely bad play. They got a 1-1 and they sacrificed a rare 2-3 that draws cards. Like, sure. Sure. So we can go double Veteran. Kayla's command is okay, but not perfect. We want this as a lethal. Right? I could life gain and pump the Voice of the Blessed +2/+2, but it's not good. I just think it's more veterans. 3-3. That means a lifelink. They can double block this. Do we care? I kinda care. Let's go for the lifelink here. They wouldn't block, I think. But I won't risk it. Like, I have such insane scaling, especially if I draw a land on the next turn and I can use Archangel, that it's just way too good. This can single-handedly kill him with double strike. Alright, 3-4. It still cannot attack into us. Now it can attack into us. Cool. No lifelink though, so that's something. So this can be 6-6 if we play Archangel. It will be even 7-7, right? Then it will grow to 8-8. That's a lot of value for out of nowhere. Well, I wish I had a better curve so I could scale as he did. And not. Alright. Let's go. I think we can win this, but it's very harsh. Like it feels like we're full turn behind or even 2 turns behind of where we should be. And he is close to perfect. Not perfect, but close. So we need to rework for it. The problem is that this scales super hard. So Vigilance, no lifelink. Let's go for the lifelink. It also buffs itself then. I can threaten double block if he cannot pump it. Or triple block, right? Triple block is a lot. But we need a lot of creatures, I think. I can just go with the Vigilance, but I'm not sure what happens. Like, the lifelink definitely helps, and you can see why I didn't want to trade this. With lifelink, especially such heavy lifelink, we can offset those tokens pretty nicely. We don't need to block them all. We just need to block one of them, and we life gain so much that it offsets the rest. And he's losing creatures every turn. Like, if he wants to attack, he needs to sacrifice a lot. And then we double strike this when it grows super hard. Man, this is so much. But, okay, so he wants us to block the creature. I honestly don't think it's so good for him. Like, look, we're not really getting 25. Let's see. I don't think it hurts us too much. 20. And I will lifelink with this. And I pump. Oh, man. So, can I kill him? I think I can. This deck is insane. So I played this. So that's 26. Okay, sure, sure. And this deck is insane. Do I want the construct? Yes, because I have double veteran, so it pumps the most. I will get the counter here. I think it gets indestructible as well. And this is insane. You see why I didn't want to trade it? You will get also a lifelink, my friend. There's still one ability that you don't have. And only with flyers. Just to be good. Man, look at this stuff, alright? Man, I'm so happy with this win. I didn't think we'll go over the board so hard. Like, Anim Pakar? More like Anim Luzar. Alright, another game. Alright guys, we are after the games and I have few things to say about this deck. First of all, it surprised me. I didn't expect it would be so interesting. Kayla's Command definitely is the card for the deck. I generally don't use this card, it's not very strong on its own, but in this deck you have just those crazy creatures that scale like there's no tomorrow. Voice of the Blessed and an angel that comes with Giada. Don't forget, we didn't really use it in the games because we didn't carve out correctly, but you can just play Giada into like Angel, into Archangel, into Valkyrie, into Seraph, and the Seraph will have such insane stats that if you double strike it will be 20 damage just by this one creature. So other than this, the deck is very cool. It's one of the meta decks. I think it has like over 1000 games played, and what I really like about it compared to the other versions is Boon-Bringer Valkyrie. This is a very solid card that I remembered about it. We made some mid-rangey Azorius Esper thing, I think, a long time ago, and then I forgot about it. And the card is sweet. The fact that you can give this lifelink to anything else, and the first strike also is useful. That means trading is extremely hard, especially when flying is on top of it. So you just probably hit for free. We only lack Vigilance, but you know, you cannot have it have it all. It also fits Voice of the Blessed perfectly because it has flying, it has Vigilance, maybe even indestructible. What it doesn't have is a lifelink. So Boon-Bringer Valkyrie is really good, and when you hit for huge amounts, you activate Resplendent Angel, one of the effects that can gain you 5 life by a single card. It's very similar with the Steel Seraph, so you can see the idea with the deck. And casting one Archangel of Wrath when the veteran is on the board is 5 lifelink together, or 5 life gain, 4 lifelink, and that means Resplendent Angel will trigger again. So a lot of small smart decisions in this deck. I think it's very well built, and yeah, it performs. It's not as good as, you know, if you want to strictly ladder, games are longer than mono white and mono red, and the win rate is slightly lower. So no, not even slightly, it's lower, but you know, It's interesting, and that's what Magic is about, keeping it fun. So I think this is a very good way to ladder, and if you see a lot of mono red with Veteran, Voice of the Blessed that absolutely outscales them in like 2 turns, and amount of life gain with Archangel and Boon-Bringer Valkyrie, I think you have a fair shot. However, you probably want to be on the play as always. So I hope you enjoyed this final impressions. The deck is definitely satisfying, and if you're an Angel fan, this is probably your go-to. Yeah, pretty much the highest win rate deck in the format right now for Angels Tribal. So have fun, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and see you tomorrow.